Well, it is the season of giving, and each of these teams is looking to give themselves a leg up in the table as we reach the business end of this season. Happy holidays, everyone. This is Metafiction, and we've got some very exciting matches for you today on Matchday 10 out of 14. Not the least of which, of course, being a showdown between Reykjavik United and SFV that could potentially put SFV out of reach of the rest of the league. We'll get to that in a minute, of course, but first off, we start off in Barcelona, where CF Catalunya take on Hollywood FC. Catalunya there with the three at the back formation, Hollywood opting for a 4-3-3 with Hunt and Lightning in midfield behind Pete Martell. You see the table, Hollywood fourth on 11 points, Catalunya dead last on 5 points. Both of these teams perhaps out of touch of a late season title charge, so they'll be looking to at least end the season strongly. And that of course starts with a win here today, as Hollywood have gotten us started off here. Catalunya, of course, involved in the Cup fairly recently, having taken a 2-0 lead in the first leg of the quarterfinals over CA Buenos Aires, only to then surrender that lead and be eliminated 3-2 on aggregate after a 3-0 loss to the Argentine side. As for Hollywood FC, they were eliminated in the group stage, albeit from a group including both Reykjavik United and a resurgent Neo Sao Paulo, so of course no shame in that elimination there. Match seems to be passing more or less uneventfully. No shots as of yet. First real chance here coming to Hollywood FC. It is Jalen Brooks delivering the corner. Ultimately, back to Muffin, who shot in. Muffin now losing out to Hugh Mann. Of course, these teams running out of time. These players running out of time, rather, to show off their skills for the upcoming World Simulation Football Classic, which will take place during the off-season. Delo. Back to Hefeweizen. And again. Diagonal pass to Kamanova. There from Panda. Kamanova has to turn and sends it back. Delo to the edge of the area. Shoots! And Hall equal to it. So chances at either end, but nothing of real note yet. Here is Delo squaring it. And that shot from Shoko Bonito deflected behind for the corner kick. Poggio now delivering a corner for Catalunya. Headed into the air. Tenderlin gets to it. There's a man at the edge of the area. Back to Poggio. Poggio trying to square it. Ultimately forced back out. Now Hollywood making a break for it, but close and dispossessed by Hefeweizen. This time winds down in the first half. It is another corner for Catalunya, this time to be delivered by Ljubica Kamanova. Back out to Deali. Bonito, and it's another corner kick won by the shot of Shoko Bonito. Poggio stands over it again. Whipped in there and headed just a bit wide. And that is how it stands at halftime. Catalunya starting to spark into life there toward the end of the first half, but it is still 0-0 at the break. Hollywood with only one shot to speak of thus far. Catalunya with 5 shots, only 1 on target. We're hoping for a eventful second half. Certainly not much to write home about in that first half. Very cagey start from both these sides. All over the top, Panda can't quite get to it. You see there in the average position there in the bottom center of your screen, Catalunya pushing 5 players up against that Hollywood back line at a time. It's a very aggressive strategy for Catalunya, and has yet to bear fruit today. For Hollywood, it is a corner from Brooks. Finds Muffin on the edge of the area. Muffin wins the corner. Brooks will try again from the opposite side this time. And Gerd Klose had the flick on. Grappo, it looked like saved it. Did save it that time. And another corner for Hollywood as the pressure builds here. That time, though, dealt with as it will bounce out for a throw in. Catalonia will be looking to pull themselves off the foot of the table, and they know the best way to do that is to get 3 points here today. Time ticking down, though. With every minute that passes, the likelier a scoreless draw becomes. Here's Cormier. Into the box, and Grappo at full extension able to hold on to that one. Another clean sheet saving, save from Vis Grappo. Kamanova losing out to Lightning there. Brooks losing out to Deali, though, but Dia clears. Catalonia retaining possession, though. Tenderloin progresses to Poggio. That pass right off of Closa, but the follow-up pass easily intercepted by Brooks there. Dia. Here's Martel. Finds Brooks on the wing. Brooks squares it. Closa! Gerd Closa has broken the deadlock for Hollywood. Well, it was 79 minutes in coming, but come it did for Hollywood FC. Brooks making a great run past Lyubica Kamanova, and Closa getting a very good position, breaking free of Hugh Mann there in central defense, able to put the ball away. So, late on, but they all count the same. Hollywood 1, Catalunya 0. Delo through to Panda, and Panda's shot goes over. Catalunya will be pushing for that equalizer, with time starting to tick down a bit here. And that's bad news for Hollywood, who are trying to hold on. Jalen Brooks has gone down with an injury here. Will miss the last stages of this match. And Catalunya will now have a chance to potentially get one on the board in Brooks' absence. But as time winds down, it looks like they won't get that chance. Hollywood will just about hang on here. That ball over the top. The referee has blown for full time. It looked like they were in the middle of a move, but perhaps the referee judging both advanced Catalunya players to be offside. Nevertheless, it is Hollywood 1, Catalunya 0. A strong performance from Amore Delo, about the only thing to write home about for Catalunya. A strong overall performance from Hollywood, and it's Jalen Brooks who is player of the match for the assist that led to Gerd Klose's winner. Well, they left it late, Hollywood FC, but they have come away with a 1-0 win in Barcelona. CF Catalunya remain at the bottom of the table. Now we move on to our second and perhaps most exciting and definitely most telling match of the day. It is Reykjavik United versus SFV. SFV and Reykjavik, two of the best teams in the league, perhaps in league history, certainly have dueled at the top of the table for the last few seasons. This time around, it is SFV who have the advantage and will be looking to retain it by beating Reykjavik. Schwarzwalder there with Maximiliano, the lone midfield presence. An odd strategy, but it's worked for them so far this season. There you see on the table a 5-point advantage for SFB. A win here could put them more or less out of reach, whereas a Reykjavik victory, if you will cut the gap to just 2 points, leaving it all to play for with 4 to go. It is Reykjavik with the first chance. A corner from Furious Chicken delivered in, and Saran Setral palming it off the line, perhaps onto the bar. Arasov losing out to Maximiliano. Back to Hakkinen. Hakkinen tripped up by Del Pirlo. That's a foul any day of the week. And there you see on the replay, it's a little tough to see from that angle, but from upstairs, they're telling us that the ball did not cross the line, and so Reykjavik will not get credit for that. It looked like it had about crossed the line, but not enough. Goddamn, looking to take advantage, and again from a beautiful free kick, curving around the wall, forces another quick save out of Saran Setral. Chicken delivers the corner, headed into the air, and of no account in the end. Reykjavik firing on all cylinders, taking the initiative here early on. Now Del Pirlo to Chicken. Andrews lays it off for goddamn! Well, they're having a look upstairs. This would be the opening goal, and a very important one for Reykjavik if it stands. VAR's ruling, no goal. It is disallowed. And once again, Jean-Claude Goddamn falls victim to offside. Inches, if that. But offside it is. And so that goal chalked off for Reykjavik, still 0-0. That one claimed easily by Saran Setral. So a couple of near misses early on for Reykjavik. SFB perhaps will be grateful for a couple of strokes of luck there, but will be itching to impose their own will on this match now that they have possession. Here's Bull. Whittington. Whittington weaves inside Chicken. Whittington crosses, and that's the first action Brickwall Jr. has seen today. It's a foul out wide, and it will be a free kick to Black Forest. Delivered by Schmidt. Floated over, and that one curled out of play. It will be a Reykjavik goal kick. Now at the other end, a corner kick for Reykjavik. Andrews delivers, headed down, and Saran Setral had to get the timing exactly right to save that, but save it he did. Chicken again. Into the air, Scarpetta sends it out for Andrews, and Andrews puts too much into it. Whittington. Hakkinen in the area. Squares it. Wei Jihao! Well, it was Reykjavik who had all the chances at the other end. But on this occasion, quantity trumped by quality. Whittington delivered the pass to Hakkinen. Wang Jihao there in the bottom left of your screen, getting free of Lediver and able to put the ball in the back of the net. But this is a huge blow to SFB. Kimi Hakkinen is forced off with an injury. Hakkinen is such an important factor in how this SFB attack functions. It's going to be a huge loss for Black Forest. Can they cope? They do have a goal advantage, but one of their most creative players, one of their most dangerous outlets has been forced off here. Here's Whittington. Loses out to Chicken with that poor touch. Now Del Pirlo. Reykjavik trying to break here. Arasov. Through to Andrews. Has a little bit of space there on the wing. Crosses. Jean-Claude, goddamn! And this one will count for JCGD. And Reykjavik have their reply. Jean-Claude goddamn always timing those runs. It's a bit of a high-risk, high-reward game the way he plays, but this time it paid off. And it is 1-1, Reykjavik and SFV. Now Reykjavik looking to take the lead here, ideally before halftime. Here's Chicken up the near wing, crosses in, only finds SFV defenders. Rebound though to Ure. Ure shoots from range and skims the top of the net. Ure not really known for those really long shots, but does crack one in from time to time. Always a dangerous customer. Deanne intercepting that pass for Tentacles. Wang Jihao loses out. It's to Schmidt. Schmidt at the foot races and misses the shot. Well, it was a lightning break there for SFV, but unable to make it count. And at halftime, it is 1-1 in a match that could potentially decide the title race. Reykjavik have had more of the chances, but the best chance was SFV's goal, courtesy of Wang Jihao. But how big of a loss will Kimi Häkkinen's absence be for Black Forest in the second half? Reykjavik get us started going right to left in all green. Schwarzwalder, of course, in their customary black and white hoops. Andrews makes the run up the center. Here's Arasov in a lot of space. Deanne getting the foot in. And it was a perfectly timed challenge. It was a very risky place to be making a challenge like that, but getting it absolutely right on that occasion. Bull tries to chip it for Jihao. Reykjavik, though, trying to come up to it, but Winnington able to prevent that break from developing. Now Plink, forward to Maximiliano, the only midfield presence for SFV. But it's a through ball. Schmidt can't get there. Maximiliano, as I said, the only midfield presence for Schwarzwalder SFV compared to the likes of Del Pirlo and Jore and Urkel for Reykjavik. But where they lack in midfield, they make up for on the wing as Whittington crosses in, and Wang Jihao, if he's onside, has put SFV back in the lead. Waiting for the verdict from VAR. And it stands. It is 2-1 to Black Forest. Well, it's a great cross here from Whittington, placed perfectly. Tentacles diving in for the challenge. Maybe didn't get as aggressive as he wanted to be based on being on that yellow card, but that cross perfectly timed, and Wang Jihao just onside. Now goddamn with the free kick right into the wall, winning the corner. Reykjavik have equalized once. Can they do it again? Andrews delivers. Rebuffed, gets back to Arasov. Tentacles, around ball, but can't get it beyond Schmidt. Long ball, Scarpetta mops up. The SFB perimeter press has time to expand. Tentacles on the near wing. Schmidt closing down, wins possession. But that pass was poor for Maximiliano. Now here's Del Pirlo. Del Pirlo! What a shot from the edge of the area! And for the second time today, Reykjavik have equalized. Well, this pass from Schmidt was intended for Maximiliano, but JCGD able to get in front of it. And what a finish from Alessandro Del Pirlo. Such a clutch player. And once again, he's come up big for Reykjavik. Yore, the diver. Urkel, over the top, trying to find Andrews, but instead only gets Whittington. Maxwell. Bull, trying to bring it under control, but can't. Now here's Arisov. Arisov from distance. Saran Central parries it behind. Well, we knew this was going to be a classic from the word go, and so far it has lived up to the hype with just under 30 to play. Chicken delivers the corner, and the header from Jean-Claude Goddam goes into the side netting and behind. It's a corner kick for SFV. Schmidt delivers. Now it's the super sub. Schenkinger. Maxwell. Whittington forward to Schmidt. Schmidt right at Brickwall Jr. Del Pirlo. Maximiliano with the sliding challenge wins the ball. Whittington cutting inside. Maximiliano squares. Brickwall Jr. is there. With these two teams, every attack could be lethal. Goddamn. Tries to cross at the end line. Schenker blocks it. And that shot from Urkel converted into a chance for Del Pirlo. And Reykjavik getting ahead. And how critical is that? Tentacles put in the cross here. Urkel moved it on. And a flick on from Del Pirlo put it out of reach. And if this result holds, it would blow the title run in wide open. 20 minutes to play. Deanne. Schenkiger out to Whittington. Whittington into the box. Shoots! Tomato Whittington! Another twist to the tail as Schwarzwalder equalize. Just over 15 to play, and it is 3-3. I couldn't tell you how this one's going to end up. A great finish from Whittington at a crucial moment. Both these teams in fine form have recently faced each other in the Cup, of course. Maximiliano to Bull. Through to Whittington. Whittington. And this time Wall has it. And once again, as I say, these two teams facing each other in the Cup quarterfinals. Reykjavik prevailed on aggregate that time, 5-2. This time, though, as time ticks down, it looks like honors will be even and the status quo of the title race preserved. 4 minutes of added time. They're going by very quickly. Is there time for one last twist? Wang Jihao crosses, headed into the air. Here's Heather Bull. Maximiliano. Wang Jihao! And it's over the bar and offside regardless. And that may be the final movement in this symphony. And in one of the most entertaining matches we've seen so far this season, it is all square in Reykjavik. Reykjavik United 3, Schwarzwalder Fußballverein 3. And SFV holding serve still at the top of the major division table. A brace from Del Pirlo, and goddamn, the damage for Reykjavik. Wang Jihao with 2 and a third from Whittington, marking Schwarzwalder's contribution to proceedings. Player of the match is Tamara Whittington with a goal and an assist. Also an assist, of course, from Schenkinger. And could SFV have won that without the loss of Kimi Häkkinen? We may never know. But for the moment, it is all square in Reykjavik as SFV remain top of the standings. Next up, we move to Italy, where AC Romana hosts Tokyo SC. It's all unraveled a little bit for Tokyo in recent match days. At one point, had a bit of a title challenge going, but inconsistency and too many draws rather than wins have more or less put them off the pace. AC Romana there with the 4-2-3-1, as are Tokyo SC. Very popular, very apt formation for both sides. Meanwhile, Romana, second last, only ahead of Catalunya. Season hasn't gone very well for them either. In fact, you saw just above them is Tokyo, who, with all of their draws, have not been able to record too many points in the standings. Gronkowski delivers the free kick right into the wall. Muller sends it back. Both these teams hungry for a win, it has to be said. Lavere. Schweinsteiger. Lee, though, nicking it off. Adamu out to Greer. Tokyo a little bit penned back here. Some good pressing on display from Romana. Tokyo, though, breaking through now. Here is Super Hoops, making a run up the near flank. Cross in. Headed down. It looked like Ibrahimovic, but Kerrigan was there to save it. First shot on target of the match goes Tokyo's way. Still a little bit of a feeling out process here. Ball nodded down for Van Gerritsen. Adamu. Kaido sending it back. Very dangerous pass. Pinkman almost got to it, but Rivest able to get to it first. Van Gerritsen sending it back again to Rivest. Bit of a tentative approach here from Tokyo. Ball over the top for Greer. Flicked on to Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic heads over. Well, 30 minutes gone. Not much to speak of from either side. Certainly a bit of a more of a deliberate pace from these two teams today. Greer crosses in from the free kick, and it's headed clear. Anthony Lee losing out to Hippity Hoppity. Flicked forward by Greer. Now here's Kaido. And then back to Greer. And the shot from Princess Chang Shan goes over. Chang Shan known for having a long-range goal in their arsenal, but this time off target. Now the corner in from Jude Greer, claimed by Patrick Kerrigan. Tokyo starting to take the front foot here, but Romana still eager to stamp themselves on this match. Muller winning the ball. Tries to get around Lee, crossing to Schweinsteiger, but can't quite get it there. Ibrahimovic loses out to Nunez. Ball over the top for Schweinsteiger, who outpaces Greer. It's into the middle, headed, just clear. Losing out. Hagelin losing the ball there for Pinkman, and Pinkman had a great chance on a platter, but ended up missing. And we will go into the half. EC Romana 0, Tokyo 0. Well, after a lot of nothing in that first half, it burst into life right there at the very end. A really good chance for Romana that ultimately went begging. Both these teams will likely be coming out swinging in the second half. It is Tokyo who get us started, going right to left in the pink and black. Cross comes in from Super Hoops. Kerrigan leaps over the swarming masses. Hoppity, cut out by Hagelin. Cheng Shan. And it's the run. Van Gerritsen. Van Gerritsen fires wide. Now Kerrigan sending the ball long here. Tokyo are still in the cup, of course, having outlasted Sao Paulo over 2 legs. Romana as well, defeating North Shore 3-1 on aggregate. Both these teams could face each other in the semifinals. Super Hoops with the cross. Hoppity heads clear. Schweinsteiger over the top. Ekholm Gunnarsson heads it, but only as far as Gronkowski. Gronkowski squares it at the end line. Walter Pinkman. And it's Romana who draw first blood here in the second half. Well, it was begging for a moment of real quality, and Romana have delivered here. Gronkowski getting around Super Hoops. Pinkman losing the track of Adamu and able to put the ball away from point-blank range. Now Greer delivering this free kick. Headed in by Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Well, an instant reply from Tokyo. They've been very good from set pieces all season, and this time it's a free kick that does the damage. Jude Greer puts it on the head of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Gronkowski takes a shot on goal, but Revest able to dive in front of it. And just as soon as one of these teams got their head out in front, the other knocked them back immediately. Greer, forward to Kaido. Kaido into Hagelin. Hagelin shoots. That's off the post. And behind for a goal kick. This game has really picked up in this second half after a cagey first half. Both sides really wanting to show what they're made of. Greer bombing up the near flank. Past Schweinsteiger and Hoppity. Crosses in. Kerrigan able to hold on to it. Long ball from Kerrigan. Lee able to get to it. This time Greer sends it inside to Cheng Shan. Super Hoops on the opposite flank. Cross in from Super Hoops. Ibrahimovic trying to get to it. It's headed out for Kaido. Kaido tries again, and this time Ibrahimovic puts it away. And just like that, Tokyo have pulled in the lead, 2-1. Well, that's the same trick they used to do with Sky Rise. Cross it into the big lad. Ibrahimovic not quite as tall as Rise, but still getting the job done on this occasion. A second for Ibrahimovic, and it's got Tokyo ahead. Now a free kick from Nunez. Headed clear, but Cronus able to get to it. And Gerritsen with the block, ultimately scattered clear. "20 minutes to play, and Tokyo have the advantage thanks to a brace from Ibrahimovic. Will they be able to press that advantage further? Here is Super Hoops trying to find a pass in the middle, but is dispossessed, and Cronus booting it up the pitch. Super hoops again. The cross. Ibrahimovic this time. Not on target. Romana with a corner kick here in the later stages. Schweinsteiger. Smart to Lever. Now Kronkowski again crossing. Super Hoops gets ahead to it. Now Nunez. 1-2 with Kronkowski. To the end line. Nunez crosses. That's too high for Schweinsteiger. Now Muller. Back inside to Blackman. Blackman shoots from range, and that's over the bar, but not by much. And it will be a goal kick here for Tokyo. Well, that was a dangerous pass, nearly ending up with Gronkowski. Ekholm Gunnarsson able to send it clear, but here comes the cross from Nunez, and Schweinsteiger gets ahead onto it, but sends it over as well. Romana coming forward again. Here's Pinkman. Pinkman! Shot takes a deflection, and it's another corner kick. About 5 to play for Romana to get another equalizer. Nunez comes in. It's headed clear, but Kronkowski able to pick it up. This time Revest holds onto it. Perhaps looking for the run of Pinkman, but a run that never came in the end. Revest sending it long. Romano, though, heading it down once again, but Haglund getting in the way there. Van Gerritsen. Now Chang Shan finds Super Hoops out on the far wing. Cross comes in into a massive pink and purple shirts, and it's a corner for Tokyo. Greer will deliver this corner. Buzzed in, it falls to Lee out on the edge of the area, but Gronkowski putting it out of danger. It's 2 minutes of added time here, one of which has already been spent. Tokyo have to retain possession here and not give any chances. Romana, meanwhile, will be pressing for any opportunity they can manage here in the closing seconds. Tokyo working the ball up the pitch, but Nunez gets in front of it for Van Gerritsen. And now Romana having about 30 seconds to get it back up the pitch. That header to Super Hoops. Van Gerritsen again. Tokyo happy to retain possession and run out the clock here. Greer, forward, finds Kaido. Hoppity pressuring, looking for a chance to win the ball, doesn't get it. Smart does get to it, though. Ultimately sent back to Kerrigan. And the referee has seen enough. It's a win for Tokyo, and one they fairly sorely needed. Romana still looking for another win. Both these teams, of course, with a chance at silverware in the semifinals of the SSL Cup. But for today, it's Romana 1, Tokyo 2. Pinkman with the opener for Romana. Got them sent on their way, but immediate reply from Zlatan Ibrahimovic for Tokyo. Equalized. And then, of course, the winner, also from Ibrahimovic. Zlatan, of course, getting your player of the match honors today for that brace. And so now we move on to our final match of the day. It is Buenos Aires against União Sao Paulo. Well, a lot has been made of Sao Paulo's resurgence to form over this past season, after having been fairly abject over the last 2 or 3 seasons, have suddenly sprung into life in a big way, in a way that, frankly, very few people could have predicted at the start of this season. Bright times ahead at Sao Paulo for sure. They'll be taking on Buenos Aires today. Of course, Sao Paulo with a bit of a skid in form there, as you saw. Currently on 10 points. Though, compared to seasons past, I'm sure they'll be more than happy with that showing thus far. Buenos Aires, meanwhile, looking to improve their standing in the table, of course. Again, a little bit of a gap up to SFV, but you never can tell what can happen in the SSL. Some deliberate passing here from Buenos Aires. O'Leary forward to Bradford. Bradford shoots, and it went in the net, but Bradford was ruled offside before the shot could be fired. Buenos Aires, of course, still in the cup after a famous comeback win, 3-2 on aggregate over Catalonia. For the moment, though, it's Sao Paulo making the attack. Cotswold. O'Leary gets a foot in. Sao Paulo, of course, knocked out of the cup by Tokyo SC, 5-3 on aggregate. So Buenos Aires still with a chance at silverware. Sao Paulo, perhaps not. Bradford for Buenos Aires. O'Leary takes the shot, but it goes well wide. Knight with the throw-in. Sent back to Bruere Estrangin. Leo Fiacra. The progressive pass from Munoz ends up backfiring, but Cotswold nicking the ball off of Brooks Patron. Now it's a run here for Sao Paulo. Forward to De Groot. Nerve De Groot! But will it stand? Sao Paulo could have the first goal of the match here. VAR is looking at it. And it will stand. De Groot was indeed onside. And so it is Buenos Aires 0, Sao Paulo 1. Quick thinking from Cotswold to win the ball there. And De Groot timing the run perfectly. Bruere Estrangin playing them onside. We'll see here on the replay. It's not by much, but it's by enough, and De Groot has fired Sao Paulo into the lead away from home. Well, a strong start here for Sao Paulo, and they're looking to add to it with this corner kick. Smith plays the 1-2 from the corner with Gagne. Gagne firing into the crowd. Smith crosses in, ultimately headed clear, and now Bradford making the run for Buenos Aires. Well, the break snuffed out there by some very well-timed closing down by the Sao Paulo defense. It's a very narrow setup there for Sao Paulo, despite the wingbacks and advanced wingers, which you can see there in that average position there in the bottom center once the screen comes back up. They're all playing very centrally. Cotswold with a loose touch, but Julian Rubio able to get it in the net. Well, that was a very peculiar development, but Sao Paulo certainly not complaining. Rubio took possession of it, passed to Cotswold. Cotswold thought he'd lost out to Harrison, but able to muddy the waters just enough for Harrison, and the ball falls to Rubio. And it is Sao Paulo 2, Buenos Aires 0. Well, perhaps a bit of bad luck for Buenos Aires, but Sao Paulo doing well to get Rubio in that position to begin with. And so at the half, it is Buenos Aires 0, Sao Paulo 2. Buenos Aires with just one shot on target so far. Sao Paulo having 2, both of which were their goals. Can Buenos Aires manage to pull themselves back into this match? Or will Sao Paulo be able to hold on to another fairly well-worked victory? 45 minutes until we know the answer. Habjanic making his way onto the pitch in favor of Justinison. De Groot crossing it. And ultimately it appears to be a free kick here from a very dangerous position. It is the substitute Habjanic for Sao Paulo. And a well-struck free kick curves around the wall and into the net. Well, you'll hardly see a better start to a half than that. Habjanic finding the lane perfectly. What a shot that was from the direct free kick. And right off the rip here in the second half, it is Buenos Aires 0, Sao Paulo 3. Buenos Aires now have it all to do here. Vandersloot heads down Bradford. And then Vandersloot with the follow-up. Calvin Ball wise to it in every occasion. Cross comes in. The shot from very close range from Rubio. This time saved by Misad Kabiri. It's a corner here for Sao Paulo. The free kick scorer Habjanic delivers. Peixoto. Hashimoto. And back to Peixoto. Over the top. Finds Habjanic. Habjanic crosses, but Rubio heads it over. Habjanic standing over the corner. Sends it in now. O'Leary heads clear. And Neslihan Gankal able to get to it. O'Leary up the far wing. Knight sent it in to Gankal, who wins a corner kick. Well, just over 30 minutes to play. Buenos Aires need to get some chances on the board. We're hoping to do so from this corner from Brooks Patron. But it's headed clear as far as Munoz. Now O'Leary can't get to it. It is a goal kick. Knight to Vandersloot. Now squared for Harrison. Harrison fires into the mass. Gankal with the follow-up. That one's right at Calvin Ball. Another corner for Buenos Aires. This one finds nobody. Bradford able to get to it. Cotswold wins the ball off of Munoz and now streaking forward. Found Rubio, who shot over the bar. It looked like he would have been offside, but the flag stayed down that whole time. Ultimately came to nothing. Ball holds onto it. Long ball from Beakley Eilish. Out to Hashimoto. Getting around Vandersloot. Finds Nerve de Groot. Nerve de Groot goes down. And the referee has given a penalty here. Consulting with VAR as to whether the penalty will stand. No penalty. It happened outside the box. And so it will be a free kick rather than a penalty. Well, that would have really put this game out of reach. As it is, still a very tall order for Buenos Aires with just over 15 to play, down 3 goals at home. And time winding down very quickly at that. It's been another solid display from Sao Paulo, who are going to break their losing streak here with a very solid 3-0 win if this score holds. Certainly a big if here in the SSL as here come Buenos Aires. Genkal. Cotswold with a good challenge, but Genkal able to retain possession. Squared for Munoz, and that one took a deflection and ultimately sent back. Habjanic trying to pass forward to Rubio, but Brooks Bertrand able to win back possession. Harrison. Genkal and back. Harrison will try again for the center, and Munoz shoots over. One last gasp here for Buenos Aires, looking to at least get a goal on the board before the final whistle goes. Brooks Bertrand's delivery floated in and headed clear. And that is that for Buenos Aires. It is Sao Paulo who take the spoils today with a 3-0 victory over Buenos Aires. Goals from De Groot, Rubio, and Habjanic doing the damage for the Brazilian outfit. Buenos Aires were certainly hoping for a better performance from that than that from their players ultimately, but ended up falling victim to a very strong Sao Paulo side, helmed by a player of the match performance off the bench by Habjanic with that brilliant free kick goal that made it 3-0 right after halftime. And so that will do it for us here today in the SSL Major League from Matchday 10. Before we go, just time to look at the results and the standings. Hollywood, of course, with that opening 1-0 victory over Catalonia. Schwarzwalder and Reykjavik with a very entertaining 3-3 draw. Tokyo SC coming back to win 2-1 over AC Romana. Of course, we just saw a very strong performance from Sao Paulo. With a draw between Reykjavik and Schwarzwalder, it is Schwarzwalder still at the top by 5 points. Reykjavik, their only realistic contenders. It is Hollywood in third with 14, 10 points back, followed by the rest of the chasing pack at 13 points apiece. Well, that'll do it from me. Thank you so much for joining us during this very busy holiday season. Until next time, this has been Metafiction. Take care.